morning, guys. It is 7 o'clock Sunday morning. I rolled out of bed at 5:45 this morning. It was dark when I left the house, but now the sun has come out and I'm looking like a beauty queen. So it's been a few days since I've updated, and I actually did one the other morning while I was laying in bed, but I just never posted it because some information had changed and I didn't feel like doing all the editing. I didn't have my computer available to do all the editing, so I just never loaded it, so I'm sorry about that. So basically, what's happened since I haven't vlogged is that I did get the second set of labs done. They did come back positive again. This time it was even more elevated than the first time. My doctor sent me for an ultrasound to check my internal organs, primarily my liver, but they looked at my spleen and my kidneys. And that information has been sent over to, well, is going to be read by a radiologist on Monday or Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday, and then sent over to my doctor. So I just had this done yesterday, the ultrasound. They squeezed me in, and it's just kind of a waiting game right now, and then we'll know where to go from there. The ultrasound, she's still sending me to a specialist because of the elevated results. But she said that they're going to want an ultrasound, so that's a starting point. So,
8 miles, exit right.
So that's where I stand. And the anxiety about the IVF trip and everything, and the money that we put down, and whether or not we can do it, that's been up and down for me. Like, a part of me is getting to the point where I'm accepting that it might not happen. However, you know, Friday at work, I had a bit of a breakdown, and the reality that if I do have liver disease,
8 miles, then
and me not being able to inject myself with hormones to go through the IVF process means that our chance of having a baby, our own baby, is nil, because I cannot do that to myself. If my liver is already in harm or jeopardy, I can't go and inject myself knowingly full of drugs that are going to cause it to be more stressed than it already is. So that truth and reality kind of set in for me on Friday, and I sobbed like a baby at my desk at work. I mean, I'm in a private office, so nobody saw or heard, but I did cry so much that my eyes were black. I didn't have a mirror in my office, so I didn't even think about it. I just, wiped with a tissue. And then the shipping guy came, and I had black raccoon eyes everywhere. So even though I didn't think anybody knew, I'm sure they knew. So that was tough, because that was just a few short hours before my friend flew in and I went to go pick her. Actually, it was like an hour before I went to go pick her up from the airport. So that was a little rough, but, it is what it is. So in terms of HCG, I cheated while she was here. This is my third round, and it's the first time that I've officially cheated. I did not cheat with any carbs or any sugar. I just cheated by eating fats that I shouldn't have had. So, for example, yesterday we went out to eat, and I had a spinach. Well, I don't consider eating eggs cheating because I have them on protocol, because vegetarians are allowed to have them. So, but I did have a spinach, I had a spinach omelet with obviously spinach, tomato, onion, and cheese, feta cheese. And then we also went out to Greek the day before, and I had a Greek salad with, their oil on it. with their regular oil on it, and that also had feta cheese in it, and I had it with the meats in it. So, you know, those are a couple things I did. The first day she came, like the weigh-in of the first day she was here, and I hadn't cheated, I had a 0.4 gain, and I didn't know why. And then I cheated intentionally, and I had I cheated 2 days. But like I said, it was all with fats. It wasn't anything. But so anyway, all in all, I had gained 0.4 from not cheating, 1 pound from cheating, and 0.2 from cheating. And 0.4. So 1.8, I guess, is the mess that I have to clean up now. I don't think her being here is what drove me to cheat so much as the stress that I've been dealing with this whole liver thing, like, you know, and the fertility and the combination of the two. And, you know, the liver thing itself would probably stress me out a little bit, but the correlation and the tie-in and the what do you call it? Trying to think of the word. The dependency of my IVF cycle not being able to do the IVF cycle as a result of this, and the timing and the waiting and ordering the meds and all that. That is what's causing me the most stress, and not knowing in a lot of cases. I can deal with the information if I need to, you know, whatever I'm told I can deal with, I will deal with it. I'm not saying I'll be perfect about it, but I'll deal with it. And but because it's all just tied into everything, and it's just stressing me out. So I'm trying to cope with that. You know, and then having company, and my best friend, having her here was a big distraction most of the time. And then, you know, a small percentage of the time I was just feeling like I just wanted to be alone so that I could go through and process what I needed to. I bickered, you know, I have a very short temperance or tolerance right now because I'm stressed, so I'm on edge. So I'm snippety, and I snipped at my husband a few times, and me and him got in a spat once, and we don't even usually fight, you know, and we did this in front of her, and it's just like, it wasn't good, you know. So that is it. And now I'm emotional because I've kept a lot of this in the whole time. So, I didn't want to come on here and cry. I wasn't even feeling that way, but I guess I have stuff that I have to process, so here I am. You know, so my hope is just that I get answers quickly so that I can move forward, so I can kind of know what I'm doing and what's going on and all that stuff, you know, and just figure it out from there. So, thank you everybody for everything, for your love and prayers and support. Kathy, for being in touch with me, you're so sweet. This is just a lot, you know. The strange thing is that I don't know how much I've told you guys about like what this is, and from what I've researched, they basically, I said that test result, 90 to 96% of people who test positive for that have cirrhosis of the liver cirrhosis. And liver cirrhosis is, they believe in autoimmune disease, and I already have autoimmune disease. I have it on my, you know, it's attacked my thyroid, it's attacked my reproductive system, because I have Hashimoto's hypothyroidism, and I also have endometriosis. So, you know, Friday when I cried at my desk, it was because I got this awful pit in my stomach, that the fact that it could be, the reality that it could be attacking my liver is very likely. And as much as I don't want it to be true, it could very well be. And I feel really betrayed by my body. I think I've said this before, because I've done nothing, you know, all of this HCG, of course, I'm losing weight and stuff, but the bottom line, the reality of it all is everything that I've done over the years is to make myself healthy, to improve my health so I can be healthy, so I can be a healthy mom, so I can be healthy before I got pregnant. You know, I planned. We moved out here, we planned, we bought a big house, we got an SUV because we thought we were going to have a family, and that didn't happen. You know, and then I laugh because I think I kept putting off going through some, you know, the bigger fertility treatments because I wanted to get healthy. And so I put that off, and I finally did HCG, and now I'm finally, like, you know, to where I'm way healthier than I was, and I was in a better position. I was ready to go, and I pulled the trigger on IVF, and again, you know, another roadblock. And I understand that sometimes what we perceive as setbacks are setups. You know, God might have bigger, better plans for us. I get that. But in the midst of all of this, it's hard to remember, right? It's hard to remember because I want one thing. I'm solely focused on, you know, that one thing. So, it's just a tough pill to swallow. You know, and I'm not going to say that it'd be easier if I was 20 or 30, but it would certainly buy me more time. I am 41, so we're working on a time schedule here, but I guess that anything's possible with God. It doesn't matter how old you are. There's plenty of stories in the Bible where barren women were able to have children, even later in life. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen here, and ultimately, whatever happens, I'll be okay with. You know, I'll deal with it, and I'll be okay. I just have to go through this process, so I'm feeling really sad. Anyway, I'm going to go because this is probably not going to get any better in this vlog, so I need to end it and go process, and I will be back when I'm feeling better. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.